In a powerful outpouring of grief, reverence, and celebration, tens of thousands of devoted fans filled the streets of Birmingham, England on Wednesday to witness a historic farewell, the funeral procession of the legendary Ozzy Osbourne, the Black Sabbath frontman affectionately known to generations as the Prince of Darkness. Osbourne passed away on July 22nd, aged 76, leaving behind a monumental legacy that forever changed the face of rock and heavy metal. As the somber cortege began its slow, symbolic passage through Broad Street, the very heart of Ozzy's beloved hometown, the city stood still. Flanked by a live performance from the Bostin Brass band, the hearse carrying Osbourne's casket glided past the iconic Black Sabbath Bridge. This deeply symbolic route was planned in close collaboration with Ozzy's family, honoring the roots of the man who rose from Birmingham's industrial streets to global stardom. The moment grew even more emotional as Sharon Osbourne, accompanied by her children Jack and Kelly, stepped out of their vehicle to take in the overwhelming wave of love and messages left at the bridge. Sharon, visibly moved and leaning on her children for strength, paused in silence. A mother, a widow, and a witness to decades of Ozzy's turbulent yet brilliant journey. As they turned toward the sea of mourners, Sharon lifted her hand and flashed the iconic peace sign Ozzy made famous, a gesture that brought an eruption of applause, chants, and tears from the crowd. Cries of "Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy, oi, oi, oi" rang through the Birmingham air alongside a thunderous chorus of "Thank you, Ozzy." The atmosphere was electric with both sorrow and pride. On top of the coffin lay a striking floral tribute that spelled out his name in royal purple, a final nod to the vibrant life he lived. Later in the day, Ozzy Osbourne was to be laid to rest in a private ceremony attended only by his closest friends and family, at a location kept undisclosed to allow a moment of peace away from the public eye. Birmingham City Council had earlier issued a statement confirming that the city had worked closely with the Osbourne family to ensure the procession was carried out with dignity and significance. "Ozzy wasn't just a global music legend," said Lord Mayor Zafar Iqbal. "He was a son of Birmingham, and it is our honor to pay tribute to the place where his story began." Indeed, that story began in the working-class neighborhoods of Birmingham, where in 1968, Osbourne and fellow locals formed Black Sabbath, a band that would ignite a new genre of music and inspire generations of artists. Their self-titled debut album in 1970 introduced the dark, thundering sound of heavy metal to the world, and was followed by anthems like Paranoid, catapulting them to superstardom. With over 75 million records sold and a place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, both as a group and as a solo artist, Ozzy's impact is etched in music history. But Ozzy's legend wasn't shaped by music alone. His life, often chaotic, raw, and unapologetically extreme, was a spectacle of rebellion and resilience. His onstage antics, such as the infamous moment in 1982 when he bit the head off a live bat thinking it was a toy, became part of rock mythology. His battles with addiction were well documented, as were moments of darkness, including a near-tragic incident in 1989 when he was arrested for attempting to strangle Sharon during a drunken episode. Yet through it all, Sharon remained his anchor, and their love story, though tumultuous, became another cornerstone of the Osbourne saga. Only weeks before his death, Osbourne had returned to Birmingham one last time for the monumental Back to the Beginning concert, a farewell celebration that gathered not only Black Sabbath, but also heavy metal's elite. From Metallica to Pantera, all paying homage to the man who paved the way. Though health limitations from Parkinson's and past spinal surgeries forced him to remain seated, Ozzy's spirit was unshaken. He smiled, waved, and basked in the love of his hometown one final time. Today, as Birmingham stands in mourning, it also stands in celebration of the music, the madness, and the man. The thousands who line the streets, the fans who left flowers at the bridge, and the millions mourning around the world, they are the final chorus in the life of Ozzy Osbourne. A rocker, a rebel, a legend, a son of Birmingham. Rest in peace, Ozzy. You may be gone from this world, but your voice, wild, raw, and immortal, will echo forever. In the days leading up to Ozzy Osbourne's final farewell, Birmingham gradually transformed into a living shrine for one of its most iconic sons. The entire city, from its gritty industrial quarters to its vibrant cultural centers, bore witness to a collective outpouring of admiration and mourning. Storefronts proudly displayed vintage photos of a young Ozzy in his early Black Sabbath days. Local pubs renamed drinks in his honor, and murals began appearing almost overnight, painted by both seasoned artists and passionate fans. The city's soundscape changed too. Radios and public speakers echoed the haunting riffs of war pigs, the anguish of changes, and the electric power of Crazy Train, creating a backdrop of melody and memory, as if the streets themselves were humming in mourning and reverence. Thousands of fans from across the United Kingdom, and indeed around the world, descended upon Birmingham, turning the funeral procession into a global celebration of a cultural titan. Some arrived draped in Union Jacks marked with Ozzy's name. Others clutched vinyl records, concert posters, and even old ticket stubs as keepsakes. Many came wearing his signature round glasses, or styled their hair in tribute to the rocker's most iconic looks. Stories were shared among strangers, tales of first concerts, chance encounters, or how a single Ozzy lyric helped someone through a dark chapter in life. For these pilgrims, this wasn't merely a public ceremony. It was a sacred moment of communal remembrance, a rite of passage, and a way to say thank you to the man who gave so much and asked for little more than loyalty and loud music in return.